Hope you are doing well. Good. We thank God for our lives. Now, tonight we are going to look at decimal fractions. We are still on decimal fractions. We have done decimal places. We have done significant figures. And today we are going to look at standard form. Now, when we talk of standard form, it's a way of managing large numbers or smaller numbers. Good. Now, always write standard form in this form: a times 10 exponent n. Now, the a here will be the numbers, and then the n here will be the power or the exponent. The 10 here is constant. Now, here are some rules to follow whenever you are doing standard form. The first rule says that always make sure that your figures will be between 1 and 10. Always make sure that the numbers will be between 1 and 10. If it's more than 10, it is not in standard form. If it's less than 1, it is not in standard form. Always it should be between 1 and 10. So take note. And also, whenever you move from your left hand side to your right hand side, always the power becomes negative. And whenever you move from your right hand side to the left hand side, always the power becomes positive. Good. Now let's try an example. Change Now let's try the examples here. It says change the following in standard form. So the figures here are less than 1. And we say that always standard form should be between 1 and 10. Because it's less than 1, it is not in standard form. So we should change to standard form. So I'm going to move. I'm going to where the decimal point is to my first and second significant figures. We've done that one already. My first SF is the 1. My second SF is the what? Is the 5. So always when you are changing your numbers to standard form, make sure that your decimal place will be between the first and the second significant figures. Always. So I'm moving 1, 2, 3. I moved 3. So I'm going to have 1.5 times 10 exponent negative 3. So this is what we call standard form. Now, why negative 3? Negative 3 because the law in standard form says that whenever you move from your left hand side to your right hand side, the power becomes negative. So take note. That's why I add negative 3 here. And my decimal place is between my first and the second significant figures. Good. Let's go to the example B. Example B, I'll move 1. So 1, I moved 1. So I'm going to have 3.0 times 10 exponent negative 1. Why negative 1? Because I moved 1. I moved once. And I moved from my left hand side to my right hand side. That's why I had negative 1. Please, whenever you move from your left hand side to your right hand side, the power is always negative. Good. Let's go to the next one. The next one says I should move from the decimal place to my first SF. So 1, 2. I moved two times. Twice. So I'm going to have 1.0 times 10 exponent negative 2. 1, 2. Now my decimal place is between my first and the second SF. Good. The last example. I'm moving from here 1, 2. I moved 2. So I'm going to have 5 point, bring the numbers. Okay, 003 times 10 exponent negative 2. So this is how you are going to write your numbers in standard form. I'm repeating the rules. Now, always make sure that your numbers will be between 1 and 10. 2. Whenever you are moving from your left hand side to your right hand side, the power is always negative. So take note. And whenever you are moving from your right hand side to the left hand side, the power is always positive. Good. Now let me teach you something here, a trick here. Whenever the numbers are less than 1, always the power is negative. I'm repeating it. Whenever the numbers are less than 1, always the power is negative. That's why all the answers here, I had negative 3, negative 1, negative 2, negative 2. Why? Because all the numbers here are less than 1. Good. It means that when the numbers are more than 1 or more than 10, the powers will be positive. Let's try and see. Now let's do example 2. Example 2 says write the following in standard form. So A, I have 56.05. B, I have 34.008. C, I have 300. 3,000. Then D, I have 10. E, I have 3 to 0.5. So we are going to change these numbers to standard form. These numbers are not in standard form because it is more than 10. Now, this is my decimal place. Now, because all the numbers here are more than 1 and also more than 10, automatically all the powers will be positive. All the powers will be positive. Now, also my decimal place will be between the first and the second SF, as we did in the first example. So I'm going to move to my first and second SF. So let's go. Let's go. Up here. Good. 1, 2, 3. I moved 3 times. So I'm going to have 5.687. Now bring the numbers back. 0.5 times 10 exponent 3. Because I moved 3 times. And the reason why I had positive is that I'm moving from my right hand side to my left hand side. That's why I had positive 3. That's the rule. When you move from your right to left, the power is always positive. So take note. Now let's go to the second one. Now I'm moving from here to my first and second SF. So 1. I moved once. So I'm going to have 3.4. Now bring the numbers back. 008 times 10 exponent 1. But we don't write the 1 because any number standing on its own is exponent 1. We don't write it. Okay? Good. So instead of you to write the 1, don't write the 1. Leave it in this form. Okay? Good. But if it's negative 1, you have to write that negative 1. But positive 1, don't write it. Take note, because any number standing on its own is exponent 1. Good. Now let's go to the third one. Now this one, you see, doesn't contain decimal. Because it doesn't contain decimal, I have to start from the back here to my first and second significant figures. So let's go 1, 2, 3, and move 3 times. So I'm going to have 3.0 times 10 exponent 3. Good. Now let's go to the next one. It's 10. So I'm going to start from here. 1. I moved 1. So I'm going to have 1.0 times 10 exponent 1. But we don't write that 1. So take note. We don't write that 1. Because any number standing on its own is exponent 1. Good. Now let's come to the last example. That example says 1, 2. I moved twice. So I'm going to have 3.205 times 10 exponent 2. Have you gotten all the steps? Please don't forget the rules. The rules are very important. Good. Now, I want you to try this example for me, okay? Try it for me. Write the following in standard form. So A, I have 678.53. B, I have 3,000. C, I have 0.00836. D, I have 0.737487. Then E, I have 4.3. So please try your hands for me. Good. Try your hands for me. Don't give up. Don't give up. When you are done, submit your work. I will check it for you. Please, if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, do so that you will be notified whenever I upload new lessons. Keep on enjoying mathematics. I wish you all the best.